You're now tuned into Psych's weekly Nerf dosage.
Shit, I gotta get to work. Never mind, I'll do this video first. Hey, what's up, good people? Welcome to episode 55 of PWND. I am on my way to work. Not like my usual videos where I'm actually filming before I sleep. That's because I just literally crashed last night. I was like so tired, so I went to sleep. Anyway, today's episode is going to be quick. It's just about one thing, which is the cheapest Longshot kit that we've come across so far. So I would say that it's the cheapest Longshot kit, upgrade kit actually in the world. So anyway, here's the Longshot. Yes, it's already a semi-modified Longshot. As you can tell, this is actually a Longshot that I featured in the previous video. But in my last episode of PWND, I actually mentioned to you guys, about the China kit for the Retaliator, and this is the China kit for the Longshot. Alright, so before I get into the firing demonstration and stuff, I'd like to show you, the installation and what the kit, actually in this order, what the kit comes with and the installation of the kit. Alright, so please check it out first. Hey you guys, what's up? So over here now, I'm gonna talk to you more about this China upgrade kit from Taobao. And the kit basically is made up of these stuff. Okay, this is an upgrade spring, but I'll get to this in a short while. I don't even know the load, but yeah. So now I'll just show you guys what's inside this little packet, Ziploc bag, show you the contents of it, and then explain to you more in detail as I try and perform the installation over here for you. So I got everything out. It's just an empty bag. It comes with a washer, one-piece metal washer, as you guys can see. In the original listing, they actually showed two red-colored nylon washers, so I don't think that is actually, going to be any different from having one of these. Okay, I'll put it back into the bag so I won't lose it. Here's an upgrade catch spring, which is pretty beefy, so I like that. Put it back into the bag also. This is some lubricant. Okay, it's nice that they have this little eyedropper kind of thing. Let me just open it up and show you guys. There we go. Right, so it's a little eyedropper and I like that. Okay, so you don't have to spend too much lubricant. You can actually control it, so yeah. And then it comes with this little gasket thing. Okay, it's pretty soft, as you can see. Feels like a normal sink gasket kind of thing with a hole nicely drilled over here. This does look like it's handmade, as in the hole looks like it's handmade. Let me try and get a focus there. Yeah, so you can see that the hole looks like it's handmade, like from a Dremel or little drill tool. Yeah. And then what we have next is a little, I guess it's a rubber washer or rubber gasket. Okay, and it's supposed to go into the back here, like that. Right, like I guess it's removing dead space, I think. And then you have a pair of stickers, which is basically used to plug up that hole over there on the breech. Now, I'll be working on this already semi-modified Longshot internals. As you can see, it actually holds the upgrade spring from, I believe this is Orange Mod Works, and I've already upgraded the seal and a lot of lube, as you can see. But I'll be working on this thing, and I've done one of the mods over here. Now, there's some prerequisites you actually need before you actually begin this mod, or some tools and some things you actually have to do to this kit. Alright, let me just put all this aside so that we won't, it won't be in the way. Sorry, pardon my butterfingers right now. Okay, first of all, you would need a hammer. It doesn't have to be this big, it can be a small one, just as long as a hammer. You'll understand why later. Along with the hammer, you also need like maybe a precision flathead screwdriver. Could be a small one, or not just something that's not too big. Like I think that this one is a little bit too big. But you'll start off with this and then you end up using this, so you need both, I think. That's my personal opinion. Then you need a pair of needle nose pliers and you need a pair of scissors. Now for those of you who have not removed your air restrictor from the breech inside, then you need to get yourself a pair of wire cutters. But because the air restrictor is removed already and it's kind of basic knowledge for you guys, I won't be going through that part. Now, one of the things you actually have to do to your breech is an extra step that most of us do not do when we're talking about modifying our long shots, and for that purpose I have this extra black piece over here to demonstrate it to you guys. Now this black piece is usually the part right after here. You see that little hole over here? See that? So this is actually from this line onwards, yeah. Standard long shot. I believe that this whole full orange long shot thing is one of the older generation ones. So the newer generations ones, or the yellow ones especially, all have this black piece. Okay, so if you did not remove it this way, well, this is going to be tricky, but we need this, okay, for reference. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and shine a light, and you can see that, okay, the air restrictor has already been removed. You can still see the old nubs over here. That is where I actually use the wire cutters to actually cut out and remove the air restrictor, right? So it's all clean all the way through. But if you look closely, okay, I'm going to try and focus this thing. There, you'll notice that there is another line over here, and what this mod requires you to do is to basically hammer slowly a flathead screwdriver in between the line to try and remove this inner lip over here. And I'm gonna do just a little bit for you guys to see. Okay, I'm gonna hammer very lightly because this is my table and not the floor. Okay, so basically you get your precision screwdriver, put it up against a line like that. Okay, make sure it sits nicely, and then you lightly hammer the thing down, so it should be, and you'll see that it's actually going in, right? So you can see my screwdriver, yeah. So you want to do this at very well spaced intervals, and this is a pretty time consuming thing, so you just keep going around. Alright, so you guys get the main gist of it. After you go for a first round, okay, as you can see, I've perforated quite a lot all around this thing in as equal spacing as I can. Alright, then you see I made an extra accidental stretch mark over here, so we'll try to avoid that by going very slow. But anyway, you know, it doesn't really affect much because the O-ring is always here, right? So yeah, try not to, you know, go too fast or too hard at one shot. And now that the first, I guess the first round is done, you're going for a second round. And the second round, you want to try and hammer the screwdriver a bit deeper. Okay, so I'll get to that and I'll show you guys in a bit. Okay, so in the process of trying to go a bit deeper, I have actually accidentally created a few more stretch marks, as you can see. If you are doing this while this piece is still inside the plunger tube, then I believe that the plunger tube wall will actually help you to, you know, strengthen the outside so you won't get that much bend marks. It's actually doable. So once you are done, like you know, knocking out enough of it, grab your long nose what do you call this, plier, and you want to try and pry everything out, and eventually it'll just come out. So let me just get to that and I'll show you guys in a bit. Alright, so after like a lot of prying and a lot of coaxing, as you can see, I've gotten like quite a bit of it out. Plastic bits over there. I'm gonna try to just use this long nose needle pliers and try and like basically pull everything out. One big chunk is out. As you can see, it's all like glued in right into the side of the wall. Sorry, yeah, glued in. So you basically want to remove this inner lip in such a fashion. Yeah, so you get the idea. You basically want to remove the inner wall and you get just that outer lip like that. And when you're done, you should get something that is very close to this. Let me try and show you guys. So you see it's almost clean, just yeah, just a single, I guess, single lip on the inside. So just to let you know that yes, it is possible to do such a thing without actually cutting this over here. Yeah, it's possible because I did it. Alright, moving on to the next step. Now let us grab these stickers and let's plug up that air release hole. So it's nice that they provided two, but we actually only really need one. So the other one goes back into the packet. Take this out and let's see how sticky it is. Wow, it's actually a very thin, like a rubber gasket thingy. Can you see it? Some thickness to it. Try and get it in focus. There's some thickness to it, so that's actually pretty cool. Basically, you don't really need this if you guys have access to e-tape, you know. So e-tape is the best solution thus far. But anyway, according to the tutorial or the instructions listed on the site, you want to kind of line, you know, this straight beam up, and you want to keep this as center as possible to that beam. I'm going to try to do it on camera with this thing like that. So here we go, centered as much as possible. And I'm gonna try and put that edge inside because yeah, I guess I'm a bit paranoid like that. There we go. I didn't really get much of the edge inside. Wait, let me just take that out and try it again. Wow, it's really sticky, as you guys can see. Wow, it's pretty amazing. Okay, I'll try it again. Trying my best to get the edge inside. under that lip over there. I think that should be about it. Yeah, I think I did it. Okay, here we go. There we go. So as you can see now, there's a little bit of resistance. I don't know if I actually really like this, or I prefer having E-tape over it, but this does feel a bit secure because it's so sticky, right? Yeah. Wow. Might help with the seal. I don't know. Maybe? No, but this is actually pretty good. Now I can't even see getting damaged at all. So it's all good. And I think I'll keep it this way. It's just maybe this edge over here. I might want to use like a little like a X-Acto to cut it. I don't know yet, but yeah, it looks fine this way. So that's what it does. Now moving on to the main agenda, which is all of this. Lubricant, and now the gasket, the dead space remover or the washer, and one more washer over here. So this goes inside. I don't really need this now, so I put this back in. This is just some trash and extra sticker. Alright, move on to this guy over here. Now what we're gonna do, okay, before we actually start on that, is according to them, we want to kind of round the edges out of this gasket over here, and that's where you employ the use of a pair of scissors. So you want to just go around and slowly snip off the edges, and let's start doing that right now. Just to kind of give it a rounder edge, I suppose, so that it could fit inside the removed area, right? Alright, you can see that rubber ring I cut out, so it's like kind of rounded on the edges. Let me just get the focus right. You can see the roundedness on the edges, so that is what the instructions actually mentioned you to do. Okay, now we're gonna try and remove, we're gonna have to remove the plunger head on this thing. Okay, stand it up against the bottom like that and just remove it. There we go. Screw out and plunger head out. Put in a place that is not too dirty, like this corner over here. Okay, now before we carry on any further, this is actually an Orange Modworks upgrade spring, I believe. Okay, I might be wrong. And this is actually the spring that comes with the kit itself, the China kit. But the problem is, as you can see, it's really tight. And the feedback that was given to me by Piggy, who was the one who actually found out about this kit and mentioned it to all of us, is that this thing is just really thin. As you can see, it's rubbing against almost all the time, rubbing against the plunger rod itself. So over time, when you use it, it'll start shaving a plunger rod down. So that is something that we all don't want. However, you can send it if you want, send the plunger rod so you can get a nicer fit. But this thing, honestly, is pretty damn beefy. In fact, I think it's a heavier weightage than this Orange Modworks spring instead. This might be an 8 or 10 kg spring. I don't know. This is actually pretty beefy. I might save it for something else. So yeah, I'm going to use back this one, the original one. Okay. Now we're gonna have to get this guy, okay, put it back into place first, right? Let's find the right way in and the right way. Okay, this is the right way in. So I'm gonna hold this down, okay, like so, right? Then I'm gonna stack this washer over here, okay, like that, or the space remover, and then I'm gonna get this guy, put it right there. He's supposed to be in the center over there. Then we gotta get this and this, like so, and then we're gonna install it all back. So I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to do here. Now I'm gonna let this just fall down for a side and try and get this down through first of all. So yeah, then we can, you know, proceed on step by step. Here we go. So my hands are all greasy now, so I'm having a little bit of problem with this thing, but I think I installed the washer the wrong way. Let me just get the rounded edge of the washer on the other side, and like that. Okay. Okay, there we go. Get this dude, put him there, prep him for installation. Yep, so far so good. Get this guy. Put him back in place, just like that. Oops, it came out. Okay, and a screwdriver and screw everything down into place. Make it all tight. Okay, more or less, that should be it. There we have it. This is the completed plunger head for the China kit. The plunger rod assembly with the upgrades and all. So at this point of time, if you want to, you guys can lube up the front, and since I already have some orange mud works with the concrete, I'm going to use this instead of that. Okay, so lube everything up once again. I'm going to be very generous with it this time, and then I'll spread the rest out with my finger. Get my pinky, get all that in here and all around this guy. So what happens here is that this dude is gonna sit on the inside of the orange part or the black part over there, the one where you remove the lip, so it should fit. And this essentially helps you to remove some dead space. So as you can see the lip over there, this should sit inside. Wonder if it really works. Wow, it does! Look, it goes in all the way. That's because we curved the edges down. Oh, that's pretty cool. Alright, you can see the original O-ring of the plunger head over here, and you can see that space over there. It goes in. Wow, this is amazing. So yeah, that's how it's supposed to sit on the inside. And with that said, you're almost done with the installation. Just close everything back up. If you wish to change your upgrade your catch spring to the upgraded catch spring, go ahead. And basically we're done with this segment of the installation of the China kit. Now let's see how it performs. Now after getting the whole kit installed and everything, I felt that this thing was working really fine. As you can tell, there's no problems with the extra dead space remover at the front, hindering the movement and all. As you can see, I have no problems doing this. For those of you who know, when you prime the blaster back, the plunger head stays at the back. I can still do this. You can hear the little popping sound though. That's the air actually being pushed out, so I thought that was a really neat thing. And I'm going to give you guys a quick firing demonstration. I have 6 darts, 6 elite darts in a 6 dart clip. And I don't know how these elite darts are going to work with this breech, because you know, elite darts tend to get stuck at the jam door of stock long shots. You know, so okay, here we go. So the first one, oh. That's not so bad. Alright, before we carry on, I just want to interrupt this part and tell you guys about my meeting with Kenji a couple of weeks ago. Sorry Kenji, I didn't upload this part, but yeah, a couple of weeks ago I met Kenji, and basically we were kind of trying to fix up his Remedy Metal Longshot, trying to troubleshoot it, and it was like a Longshot clinic kind of thing. So I actually spotted him using a V2 aluminium Longshot grip by me last time in the past, and I thought it was nice to be featured on my channel, so I did. Check it out, it's a short video. Here we go. Hey, I'm chilling at the void deck with Kenji. Hi, and then he brought his Longshot for like a clinic session, and look, he has the V2 grip. Yeah, my V2 grip, and this is one of the relics.
Damn dope.
History of Nerf in Singapore. I sold my last one, but yeah, so that you guys can actually see on camera. I don't even think I actually have this on. Do I have it? Yeah, I have it on my YouTube channel, I remember, but it was a really long time ago. Right, but it was way before Pwned, right? Yeah, it was. So yeah, this is the V2 grip.
There was that one video where there was like the entire box.
Oh yeah, but that was just for the forum.
Was it?
Yeah. So this was well, 3 pieces of aluminum, and the grip itself is a single folded piece. As you guys can see, it's folded. And according to the manufacturer that I went to, yes boy, we laser cut the thing, and then look, the finishing is crap. Like all this welding, very bad welding and sanding was not done by Kenji, for sure. Not done by the previous owner of this grip. It's done by the manufacturers, and according to them, this is a good quality. I'm like, what the hell? They didn't even polish this shit. See all the scratches? All made by them, like completely. I mean, well, it works out now. The arms are actually, you know, thick enough, and I believe this is 3mm. I think maybe 4mm, I don't know. Yeah, well, yeah, so just wanted to share this with you guys that still around. It's kind of nice to see one in such a good condition. I mean, although it's scratched up and everything, but that's as good as, honestly, as good as stock. Thanks, Kenji.
Okay.
Yeah, bye. So you could consider that like a little part of Singapore's nerfing history, yeah. And if you hear the clocks chiming in the background, that's because it's 8 in the morning. I'm supposed to leave the house at 8, but I'm still doing this video for you guys. So yeah. Alright, so it's time for me to talk to you more about this Longshot kit. It's really cheap. That's the first thing that struck me. This dude, this guy from China, you know, in the Retaliator kit, he kind of included things that most modders, in fact no one else thought about. The little silicone sidebars to kind of disperse the smashing of the plunger tube into the walls of the blaster, and I thought that was pretty neat. It's a nice reinforcement as opposed to putting epoxy putty, because you know when you put putty, basically it's just something hard, right? So I thought that was really nice, able to absorb the shock, the silicone. So for this, when I first saw the kit without looking at the installation, I thought that gasket was supposed to be the replacement plunger head, but it's not. And I thought that the little like white soft silicone gasket was actually a dead space remover like we used to have in our long shots, but that was not. It was really interesting how he actually thought of having a gasket to kind of move into the dead space area. Now, to be honest, that doesn't really equate to a lot of dead space removal. If it was solid, yeah, I might fill it up with hot glue, but I don't know if that's gonna work. You know what I'm trying to say? So we have to think about that. But I thought that it was pretty innovative. Number one, innovative. Number two, it's just dirt cheap. The only downside to it is that you actually have to really still have to modify. Now, it's always this thing about buying an upgrade kit versus actually modifying your blaster. If it's an upgrade kit, in my opinion, it should not require you to modify your blaster a lot. You know, it shouldn't even require you to do modification works at all. It should be open up, remove, and exchange, close it back. So things like spring upgrades, yeah, I mean, you have to get into your blaster, unscrew some parts, maybe remove the plunger tube end cap, remove the spring, exchange it, and things like that. Well, basically that teaches you, okay, what I'm actually doing, what I'm changing. But for a mod kit like this, I don't think I should consider it a mod kit. It should be called an upgrade kit. So you kind of upgrade and remove the dead space at the front, change up the spring power and things like that. For you guys who have no access to, you know, I don't know, K26 springs or upgrade springs for your long shots, you might want to consider this. Of course, there's always Black Tactical, but at the same time, Black Tactical, you know, springs for the long shot is like 14 kilograms, and that requires you to extensively reinforce your bolt sled and maybe even the walls of your long shot blaster. Orange Mod Works is also a good way to go. The only thing that I didn't like about this kit was because the spring, as you guys saw, was really narrow in terms of the ID, and I was afraid that it was going to scratch my plunger rod, and I didn't really want that, you know, to have plastic shavings on the inside of your blaster, especially to do with the plunger tube assembly. That is very dangerous to have. It will just probably, if the debris goes into, you know, the plunger tube, it falls in forward, it's just going to screw your whole blaster up. It's going to destroy your O-ring and everything. So that was something that I didn't really want to. I stuck with the Orange Mod Works upgrade spring instead. I mean, now we have the internet, we have access to all these mod kits, but this is something interesting that I wanted to share with you guys because one, it's really cheap. It's like, I think it's less than 10 bucks. Correct me if I'm wrong, Piggy, but Piggy is the one that actually introduced this kit to me, and I ordered it along with a mass order that he kind of organized, along with another Retaliator upgrade kit. So this, all in all, I would say it's the #1 value for money in terms of an upgrade part for your long shot. They even give you an upgrade catch spring and the sticker, you know, to plug up that little air release hole. At the same time, they give you lube. So I thought it was a really well thought out kit. You know, it's difficult for a single person to kind of pack all these things together into one kit. SG Nerf and Hanzo used to do that for the community, but you know, life catches on and it's just too difficult for them right now. Remember how SG Nerf used to sell upgrade kits for the Stampede? It was not easy. He had to actually source out for the springs and source out for batteries, source out for the charger and the smaller springs, you know, the Gundam spring or the, I don't know, the plunger tube return spring, something like that. He would go source out from different locations, different places, and put it all into a small little Ziploc bag and send it out. So that's really just for the hobby, and for this guy in China to do this, I think it's a really nice thing to do. So if you guys are interested, go check it out on Taobao. I don't have the link because you know Taobao links always change all the time, but go on to Taobao and type in the search bar Longshot. Just type in Nerf Longshot, and then you'll see one with a little thumbnail that says 40 meters. That's probably the one. Okay, so go check it out. Yeah, all in all, for my opinion, you know, dead space removal, it's not that fantastic, but it's good anyway. It's still an improvement. It's difficult because you know you have to remove the inner lip of the back part of the breech. That one, if you don't take care, if you don't go slow, if you don't have patience, you will ruin it, and once you ruin it, your long shot is gone. So that's something that you guys really have to take note of, okay? I took a long time to remove the inner lip on this long shot's breech because, you know, the black one that I showed you guys, I had the bend marks and everything, right? I was just being impatient because I wanted to do it on camera for you. But for this actual one, I really took like a long time. I was going really slowly, I was hammering lightly, you know, varying the strength of the knocks that I gave, you know, things like that. Changing screwdrivers every once in a while, you know, and then, yeah, it took me about, I think, a good half an hour to 45 minutes of just going really slowly, and then I thought it came out really perfectly. Like, it was a nice, yeah, it just came out really nicely. So yeah, you guys, if you want to consider doing that, if you have the ability to do that, then okay, go ahead and get this kit. If not, just, I don't know, it could be just a kit for you to replace for your cat spring and your main plunger spring, and then you're good to go. Right, so that's my review on this China upgrade kit for the long shot. Yeah, it's something you can do without, but it's also something very interesting to have. I think it's gonna be cool if you are able to combine it, but however, this kit, alright, the last thing before I go, this kit only applies to long shots that are featuring the stock breech format. Like, you could combine it with a brass breech because it's still using the breech, the stock receiver, but if you are using upgrade kits inside your blaster, like for example from Remedy Metal or Orange Mark Works or even Explorer, forget it. The receiving piece is not compatible with this kit. This kit is meant to be used on stock breech assemblies. Oh yeah, I just want to mention to you guys about the receiving bit, right? I think so far Explorer has the best receiving bit because, you know, inside it's not 90 degrees, it's tapered, conical, it's coned in. So I thought that was the best that could help with airflow. The rest of it is all just flat. Yeah, just saying. Alright, with that said, we've come to the end of this episode. I know it's a pretty short episode. It's because I'm kind of rushing for time, but I promise there'll be more content in the next video. Yeah, it's been a while since I actually showcased a real board to you guys, so I have a mod that I want to share. And I mean, besides the Magnus mod, so yeah. And that's about it. So you guys take care. Have a great week ahead. If you like this video, I hope that you guys give me a thumbs up. And if there's any other like third-party kits, I know there's one more, but it's not really a third-party kit. It's just like padding and spring for your long shot. But if you guys have any interesting, you know, links to mod kits besides the usual ones like Blaster Parts, Orange Mod Works, you know, Explorer, do share in the comments below. I would like to, you know about these things. I find it very interesting, the innovation that people go through, and yeah, I might even consider getting like some of them to try and showcase on this channel. Yeah, so if you've not subscribed to my channel and you would like to, do consider, because I update it almost every week, so stay tuned for the next episode of Pwn. Alright, so I'm gonna head off to work now. You guys have a great week ahead. Take care and peace.